Thank you for coming. Coach Haynes is joined from your left to right by receiver Antoine Dixon, cornerback Demetrius Monday, and defensive back Montez McRae. Coach?
Again, good job of our guys. Keep fighting. Good job of our guys finishing the game. We all know that we got to get a little bit more of an instinct to close it out a little bit earlier. We like to keep people in the stands though and make it interesting a little bit. But again, Miami did a good job of fighting too. But our guys on both sides of the ball and really all three phases of the game did a good job in different times of the game. So making progress. And we always talk about getting better each week. There's a lot of things that we did better than last week, this week. And then we'll continue to get ready for Toledo. But great first MAC win, always good. MAC win, homecoming, everything that goes along with it. It's all good. So these guys, again, these young guns are doing a really good job for us. A lot of guys are playing for us, which is a good thing down the road. You know how injuries happen. So the future's bright.
Antoine, can you talk about your touchdown run? Last week against Marshall, it was a variation of the play, but it went to the right side. This one went to the left side. Can you describe when you got the ball and then passed the line of scrimmage? You seemed like you had almost the whole sideline. Can you talk about that, please?
First off, it was a great call by Coach Treadwell. After that, I seen nobody except for number 35, and I seen Big Reno come around. And I was like, I can't run past Reno, because if I run past Reno, then I'll probably get tackled. But Reno led me all the way there, so I appreciate him a lot.
Did the weather play any effects in the passing game? It seemed like it was a lot of short stuff. You did hit some big ones later, but it seemed early in the game when it was windy and swirly, a lot of short passes. Can you talk about that?
Well, are you talking to me or are you talking to
I
him?
was talking to Antoine.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I got one for you.
I don't think so at all. I think that was our game plan going into it. Get a lot of short stuff, because they're heavy on the run. So get a lot of short stuff and just see if we can take it the distance when we get in our hands.
Coach, you were able to shut down pretty much everything they did on offense in the fourth quarter, over 200 yards passing. What changed there?
Their guys made plays and our guys relaxed a little bit, and that's what we talked to them about. And we talk about closing out the game. We didn't close it, like we should have. But they did a good job, and their guys did a good job of making plays. And we got to do a better job of, closing it out.
Juantes plays a lot, but he's probably in the game at the end because Nick's hurt, I'm assuming. Is that right, Cuthbert?
No, not really. Yeah, he was in all the time in our dime package.
Okay.
So yeah, he was there.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Just talk about, having a true freshman in that situation in the game coming through.
Yeah, and like you said, he's played a lot for us. And again, we played these first 4 weeks. We played a lot of guys on defense, which was a good thing. Very athletic. We knew recruiting him that at that safety spot he'd be a guy that maybe would crack in there at some point. And he's kind of lived up to the billing a little bit of coming in and studying like crazy, learning. That's a good room because you look at Nate Holly, Nick Cuthbert, Jordan Italiano. Those are all guys who are students of the game. And these guys sit around and they see them watching the film all the time. And then these guys are doing the same exact thing. So you talk about that culture, that you're building a preparation. And he's fitting right in with them, always in the meeting rooms of watching film. And it's paying off for him on the field.
Can you talk about that last play, what you saw?
First, I want to thank my defense and also the offense. It was just a good play calling. We was up, anything could happen, and I felt as though once I seen the ball in the air, I just had to make this play. But I want to thank my D-line the whole game because they gave pressure on the quarterback and he threw it up. I just had to grab it for Coach. Coach told me, when your name called, you got to be ready. And I seized the opportunity. But I want to thank My teammates.
You thanked them enough. We get the point.
Did you see it kind of coming out high? He got, like you said, he took a hit and got somebody into it right at the last second. The ball kind of come out high.
Yes, sir. I just went for it. It wasn't no holding back. Just had to go get it.
Monday, this is the second game this year. You've had 2 interceptions. Let's talk about that a little bit.
I mean, like I said, it goes back to our preparation the week. You know, going into practice, we definitely working on fundamentals and going back to what we need to do, and it goes back to doing our technique, and it just all played a part. So when the game time comes, we have to make sure we get it done.
Was he tipping anything, showing anything today?
Excuse me?
Was he tipping anything, showing anything that gave you a quick read on being able to go get the ball?
I mean, film study, with the receiver we was going against, film study really showed us that number 87 was a big guy that, they like to throw the fade to. So we've been practicing all week with it, so it just came into play.
Seemed like they kind of tried to throw short a lot
Mhm.
instead of going over top.
Right.
Maybe they saw something in you that you could cover deep and they wanted to.
Man, we just go out there and just, do what our coaches have told us to do.
2 players, big victory, MAC opener. You got a hefty opponent next week, but how much time will you sort of enjoy this? It's been a while since Kent State opened with a MAC victory.
I mean, we just going to take it in, take the win, and, back to the drawing board Sunday. So we just got to prepare for another team. It's another MAC game, so we just looking at it as an opponent that we got to beat.
Paul, just offensively, you were able to pop a few, but you still kind of struggled a lot of times too, especially in the second half.
Yeah, we again, it goes back to just closing out. We got sloppy. We got real sloppy at times. We did some really good things at times, and then we got sloppy at times, which, we'll sit there as coaches and our players will stress it and they'll learn from it, also too. But, moving forward, those are things that you can't allow to happen. Is just get sloppy, especially against, really good opponents, and Miami took advantage of it, and that's what got them back in the game. So,
Isn't it kind of hard to, they're in an aggressive mindset and you're trying to run out the clock. Is it just hard to maintain your edge in that situation?
I think, again, when you look at it, the plays that we were hitting in the first half, we wasn't hitting in the second half, and it's just a matter of execution, we knew that they were going to load the box. We knew that we were going to have to get some stuff on the edge, and we did. And then they, a little bit of that is scheme-wise because they were loading it so much and you are trying to run it. But, we talk to our guys all the time. The play doesn't have to be perfectly blocked for us to make a play. And that's what we got to continue to stress. But, again, 20-0, and, it comes back that close. We just got to close it out a little bit better. We got to execute a little bit better at the end.
No Miles today?
Washington? No. He should be back next week.
Marquise Moore seemed like he had a big second half for you guys, had 6 tackles and a sack. Did you think that he had an impact on defense?
I think, yes, of course, he had an impact with those numbers, but they kept on throwing it to the tight end that he was covering. So that's why he got the tackles, a lot of tackles. And at the end, we were doubling on the outsides because, again, they had some length on the outside, so we were doing a lot of doubling on the outside, and then they started hitting the tight end down the middle of the field where we were singled up with a linebacker. That's why probably his numbers got so much there at the end. And then we switched up and put our safety on the tight end and let him sit there and rush, and that's how he got the sack. So, again, kudos to them for changing it up a little bit on us. Their tight ends wasn't very big part of their offense in the past as far as catching the football, but they did a good job of changing it up, and our guys again made some couple plays at the end.
It's pretty obvious now you guys really want to power the football and whatever. What can you do going forward, if anything, to close out a game to make sure, you get the big first down that you need, that you run the clock. Is there anything you can do, or are you physically not quite at that? I'm talking offensive line or whatever. play?
No, I think we're there. We just didn't execute. I mean, it comes down to execution, and that's it. Now, part of it also too is if they got one extra guy in the box, it's kind of hard to sit there and run on it, and that's why we tried to, do a couple things there at the end. But when you sit there and you fumble the football, that hurts you also too, and it kind of makes you a little bit scared of doing a little bit of extra stuff too, and just sit there and just play, sound a little bit more instead of trying to get cute with it. And we're playing good defensively. Just sit there and don't get crazy with it and play good defense and close the game out.
Was the ball wet or you just squeezed it?
You know what? I think when we watched the film, it was a fluke. I think he just hit the guy coming over in motion. I think it hit it. The guy hit his arm or something like that happened on that last play. I'm not for sure, but it looked like somebody just hit his arm. One of our guys, not one of their guys. So that's why, again, I think coaching-wise, you just sit there and just, you do get a little bit conservative, but you don't want to get crazy to sit there and turn the ball over and give them a short field.
Anything else?
All right, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you, gentlemen.